What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Dimash reaction. This time I'm reacting to his song Stranger on the Chinese television show called Go Shine Brothers, which in Chinese is called 追光吧哥哥. And this is a show I think premiered a few weeks ago, consisting of all those amazing talents, all those amazing singers, songwriters, performers, dancers, musicians, all come into this one show, and they have a chance to form different teams and perform together on a big stage, which is also being broadcasted across the television in China, and which eventually is being shown on YouTube, which we can all watch and enjoy. And this is on the season 2 of this Shine Super Brothers, and this I believe is episode 2, where Dimash performed the song Stranger. And since I've read a lot about this performance, I know this one is a rearrangement. It doesn't stick to the original, and there are surprises which he does. And yeah, so all in for a treat. We're gonna be starting with this one in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Stranger, Dimash. Love is in your monitor.
You grow far as I can see.
I love the song.
You grow underneath my feet. Stranger in a stranger's land. You chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin again.
Such breath. I love his cape. I love the synchronization with his voice and his movement, like again. And he also kind of like moves along with his voice. And another thing is he uses a lot of he sings like the original version, but it's also slightly different. For instance, one noticeable bit is like, in a stranger's land, that one. Strangers, like the original version, he kind of sang that in a more, I don't know how to describe it actually. I'm not a singer myself, but what I heard was he did it very differently. Like this time and the other time are very different. So we're gonna be continued. Such serious looks, and those backup singers are all performing and singing. Ooh, the stage is in blue.
Somewhere in my heart, in ancient times, I wonder.
I love the expression.
These fathers I have climbed them on these hills.
Notice how this part is supposed to be low and deep and very, I wouldn't say creepy, but like definitely more serious in that manner. And also you can see the lighting on his face creates a lot of shadow when he sang those lines, which also give the audience a very kind of like serious feelings. And his lower register is always developing, always getting better. I don't know if it's just me, but that part sounds even more developed and rounded. Or it could be like my misconception, but it sounds nice either way, the first version and this one.
Faces from my past, they hold in night and memories. Lives and lost of lost, filled and in the seas. New ground, far as I can see. New ground underneath my feet. Stranger in a stranger's land. the strength to begin again.
You can see how in all those lines, certain words, he doesn't just sing the words like if somebody's a reader, he's trying to read out all those words, it all sounds very plain. But some of the words he adds like a little bit of run and all those different elements to make it sound more professional, and it also contributes to a better storytelling aspect. And right now, I see this guy is holding onto Dimash's cape, and let's see what happens afterwards. This part is different. That reminded me so much of, his popular cover of Sinful Passion. Ooh, yeah, which he worked with the original studio, the original band on the performance. I believe that's also where Igor Krutoy first witnessed the greatness that Dimash brought and decided to work with him afterwards. And that really reminded me of that Middle Eastern, as many coaches have specified the run, like almost like fast, like breaking down the vibrato and doing those consecutive notes in a very, very fast manner. Yeah, very powerful. Two things I wanted to mention. First, all those runs, all those like breath support, everything is just incredible. But notice how many seconds that was. That sounded like a super long. I'm not sure how many seconds, but that sounded like something like 15 or 20 seconds. Because it's easy to just be so wowed and mesmerized by his voice that you forget about it's actually a long sustained notes, which make it even more incredible. Another thing is his movement, body movement is perfect, as with his other performances are always like a show. For some reason, his movement kind of reminded me of a Russian singer called Vitas, who also has incredible voice, and Vitas likes to do a lot of like those dramatic movements while he sings. That reminded me of him. I'm not sure why, but yeah. From that to this. And ascolta la voce means, I think people in the comment in my previous videos reacting to his song vocalize, and I think this is called listen to my voice in his language. And another thing is he has did this exact same line. I think it's called a groove, like a vocal fry down very, very deep in the first register, first octave, and he has said those lines ascolta la voce many times in many of the songs, and he usually does it in such a deep range too. He has done it in the song Vocalize, he's done it in Our Love, and I think Drunken Concubine. I'm not sure if it's the exact same line, but it's always a really deep note that amazes me sometimes even more than his higher voice, because we all know his higher voice is insanely amazing and powerful and clear and angelic, but that's just straight up badass. That's the best I can describe it. Well, for all the people with those highs, they can't even reach half as low like I can't. No, I give up. From that to what? Love that crescendo.
You come from beneath my feet.
Ready, guys, for the very last 20 seconds belt that we're all so amazed and proud of? Let's go, Dimash! Round count! Yeah, it's like that gesture you make after you do something incredible, which that was. But I gotta point out something which I think you guys all have noticed, especially in the last belt, all the way up in the, I don't know how high that note, like E5 or F5 or something. But there's something which he does very distinctively different from the original version. First, you notice it's shorter, but I also don't think this note is as sustained as the first version, because usually what a singer does when they have full control is they would sing a really high pitch, like a long belt. They would make the note very, they would sing a straight note for a very long time, and then at the end they start adding those vibratos all the way to finish, right? But this time I noticed he uses his vibrato basically from the beginning to the end, and also his expression doesn't look as if it was very comfortable. Maybe he was sick during this performance, or maybe he wasn't feeling that well. He could be tired, exhausted. He could be maybe he traveled all the way to China and they drained a lot of energy, or maybe he was nervous or something. All those circumstances could have contributed to even the legendary singer sometimes will have those moments where they might struggle to find their breath, especially after this song is such a difficult arrangement. Like, the difficulty of this one, I think, is beyond the first version, because in the middle, like, you gotta understand, like, the very the Eastern run, the like 20 seconds with those super high mixed voice with all those runs, ups and downs, the flageolet, super high head voice, the super low asta kalawoche. Those things are, it's like four entirely different techniques that are each super hard to do, and you have to put them all in a song. It would require at least like 4 or 5 singers to accomplish what he has done in this one song. I'm not even kidding though, which is just incredible. He never disappoints. If you guys have any more recommendations of his newer performances, preferably his new performances, it could be on this show, on his channel, his other music festivals or competitions or stage performances, please link them in the comment section or just let me know, because I've seen almost all his older performances and I'm anxiously to hear some of his newer performances as well. And if you enjoyed this video, click on the like button, subscribing to my channel, and make sure to subscribe to Dimash's channel. I'll link it down in the comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.